Alright, into um, okay. What is up, Cass? Let's see. Cassie is what we'll call you. We will say Cass. Okay. So, get in here. I don't know. Do I remember? Not off the top of my head, but it's been a while since I've been live. So I probably did. It's been weird since I was live because I was trying to post everything for Survivor Series, which is what I'm working on right now, before I went live, so I would spoil anything like 15 minutes. But now that 15 minutes are the deal that I'll go live for we have about an hour to work with, so we're hopefully gonna make this count. We're gonna do as much animation as we can. I'm getting Braun Breaker 119. Got the yelling head sculpt. That's cool. I'm from the Netherlands. That's super cool. My sound is fast. Yes. Tell me what your figure champions are. Let me check up on the sound. Let me go into.
All right, hopefully that's better. I had my earbuds connected, and I guess they. Ooh, we almost face revealed there. That was really close. I'm not gonna lie. All right, um, I think the audio should be better now. You can tell me if it is, please. That would be great. I just had to switch my earbuds out. Hopefully, sounds good. All right, so who are your champions? John Cena, Roman Reigns. Those are good champions. I'm gonna go into the stream and check my audio. John Cena, Roman. Go into the stream and check my audio. Okay, the audio sounds good. Ooh, the Rula Oba Femi. Solid pick, solid pick. Going young. I love Oba. Who doesn't? Alright, let's animate. For those who would like to know, I will show you Batista just speared Cody Rhodes. So, I can show you just the spear. I'm not going to spoil the match, but I feel comfortable showing you the spear. The spear actually doesn't look that good. I'm not very proud of it, but... Alright, let me skip ahead. So... Okay. Batista goes into the corner. Spear. It looks fine, I guess, but... I don't know. Definitely not my best work. Okay. So he spears him. And he's gonna hook his leg. Gunther. Solid. The Fed name is WK. Nice. It stands for Wrestling Kings Entertainment. That's cool. I don't film it, though. Well, your champions are cool. Definitely some solid picks there. Okay, let's get my lighting adjusted. I usually go auto-locked if you're on a stop-motion studio. You know what I'm talking about. Auto-locked is the way to go. I know some people like to go custom, but I just don't have that much time to get custom every time I enter the stop-motion studio app. So I just go auto-locked, and that is what has worked for me. So if any of you are animating, I definitely recommend auto-locked. Thank you, of course. I love your videos as well. Why, thank you. Appreciate it. Nice Cena figure. Yeah, I needed a cheap Elite, because I have two other Elites, but they're kind of old. So I found this one on Amazon for $25, and it works well. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. It's a good Cena figure. Okay, so he just grabs Cody's leg there to pin him. One, two. Okay, now we're going to cut some of these frames because Cody does kick out of this. Spoiler alert, Cody's not eliminated yet. I'm not going to try and spoil too much here, but whatever happens, happens. I did need to go live eventually. I haven't been live in ages, guys. It's been since I was working on the Shawn Michaels ladder match, which I highly recommend. That thing got like 2 views, which I don't mind when that happens. It doesn't really get to me, but I don't like it. I'll put it that way. didn't get very many views. And I'd worked a lot on that match, so it made me a little bit frustrated, but that's fine. It happens. I can't expect instant success. Okay. But I would highly recommend you guys go watch that ladder match. It was a good ladder match. I had that scene about the right arm is trash. You know what you can do? With elites, I figured out how to fix it, and you can't tell. Let me find a figure that I've done it with. If it's loose, which I actually don't know if that's what you're talking about. This Brock Lesnar figure, you can't tell I've done any modding to it, which I have. This arm was loose. I put sticky tack in the socket. I don't know if you can tell. It's really hard to see, which is why I recommend you do it. But it's in that socket. I put it in there. And it makes the arm completely, not stiff, but good. I did a room match. I had like 6 figures over the whole room fighting. And the winner would face Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight title at WrestlePalooza, and Triple H won. That's cool. What do you think about that? I think that is sick, because Triple H is fire wrestler. Maybe not a good booker, but he's a fire wrestler, so that is a cool choice. The game, Triple H. I'm going to ruin all this booking, which is fine. Not all bookers are perfect, but Triple H is far from perfect, we'll put it that way. But it's a hard job, I get it. Dang, this kick out is going to look terrible, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Which is fine. I won't be too mad if the kick out looks trash. Okay. I mean, it's TKO's fault, mostly. I mean, kind of WWE. I don't care what anyone says. I like WWE. I'll always like WWE. Even if it's a lull period where the booking isn't that great, I'll still like it. I'm a diehard, you know? But it's a little bit TKO's fault, and it's a little bit Triple H's fault. I think it's 50-50. I think TKO takes full responsibility for the celebrity issues, but I do think most of the weekly booking blame should go to Triple H. I don't think we should just pardon Triple H all of a sudden because we found this new entity to hate, which would be TKO. But I do think we can maybe apologize a little bit. Not completely, but we can give Triple H a little apology. The tiniest sliver of an apology. Okay, so Cody, kick out. Alright. Once I'm done with like a shot, I will, if I have blood on a figure, I will re-blood them because it likes to come off, especially because I just use a washable marker. It's great for figures because it comes right off, but it really does come right off, so I need to reapply. I'm not excited to go out in this rain because it is currently raining where I live, and I have to go shopping, so that will not be fun, but, you know, shopping is indoors, so I will be fine. It's just rain does change the overall mood of things. So, what did you guys think of Saturday night's main event? Because what I said on a review with someone else, I said it was weak on paper, which means the matches look weak, but almost all of them, and I do mean almost, delivered in ring. I think they were all really good, which actually made it a good show, I would say. But they probably could have used a little bit more star power. But the matches were all good, minus Sol and Becky. The women's tag was probably the weakest, but it was still like acceptable. It was passable. You're muted and lagging. Never mind. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you said never mind. I have over 80 figures now. That's good for you, dude. I think I have like maybe 60 or another number. I'm avoiding saying something. How do you do blood in your figures, and now do you do the blood off? Yeah, like I said, it's just, let me grab the marker. Where is it? I always put it down, and I forget where I put it, even though I just put it down. Jeepers, I lost it. Oh, here it is, okay. Just easy, you know, washable marker. And I literally just take either wet rag helps, and it wipes right off. Rag, cloth towel, whatever you want to say. Our time is different, probably, yeah. Is it a special marker? Nope. Just washable, you know. Okay, I do need to take a look what will my next shot be. It'll be Batista getting up. During streams, I do work a little bit slower, which is fine. But I'm addressing chat as well as my stop motion, so, you know, it takes me a little bit longer to animate. Actually, a lot longer, but which is fine. I like going live. It's just, I can't go live for a while if I'm doing a storyline. Because, for instance, I was doing the Survivor Series, and I had 2 weeks where I was announcing members. But if I had gone live, you guys would have seen the people on the team, which I know there's, like, 2 people that watch my live streams and, like, 2 people that watch my videos, but, you know, can't spoil it for the diehards, you know? All my views come from shorts, to be honest, but it's fine. I just wish maybe a couple more people could watch my fed, but it's fine. Can't complain. I'm pretty happy with my success. Let's see. I'm doing John Cena versus AJ Styles. Ooh, it's gonna be a banger. Is my booking better than WWE? Yes. 100%. Listen, WWE has its faults, but they do... When they get something right, I feel like no one brings it up, and then if they do something wrong, it's like everyone brings it up. For instance, the funeral of the gingerbread man. A thing I actually liked, but I think I'm in the minority, because I actually like comedy wrestling. I think I'm the opposite of most people, because I'm not the biggest fan of, like, creepy characters. I like them. I think they can be done well, but they have to be done well. I think there's too many flops. But, for instance, like, creepy Alexa Bliss was definitely not my favorite. I like The Fiend, but he wasn't my absolute favorite. The Undertaker, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I just think that's because with time he became a legend, and I absolutely love The Undertaker. I think he has some of the greatest matches of all time. Undertaker's one of my favorites, but I do like an Aleister Black, but I don't know. I just think creepy character, like the Wyatt Six. I didn't like the Wyatt Six. No disrespect to the performers, but the Wyatt Six just isn't something I really would like. I think the Wyatt family. I wasn't watching wrestling when they were around, so I've only seen stuff from the past where I actually kind of like them, but the Wyatt Six, they're not my favorite. So I wasn't too mad when they were released. Especially their booking was bad, which didn't help. I think there's a place for spooky wrestling, but I prefer comedies usually. Yeah, flops at the same time, kind of enjoy. Cody Rhodes is an 8-time world champion, which is a record in WKE. That is cool. Cody Rhodes. I think most people like Cody Rhodes more than I do. I like Cody, but he certainly isn't my first choice. I think I would choose a lot of people over Cody. For instance, Roman is my favorite of all time. So when it comes to Roman and Cody, I will always pick Roman. But for instance, I think I might even choose like a Punk or a Rollins over Cody. I do like Cody, don't get me wrong. But Cody actually has some banger matches, bro. Like with Roman, with Rollins. Hopefully soon to have bangers with Punk. But, yeah. No disrespect to Rhodes, but he's just not my first pick. Roman's my favorite as well. I like you. Good. I'm glad you like Roman. I love Roman too. He's the GOAT, you know. I think best in-ring goes to Shawn Michaels, though. Definitely favorite of all time is Roman, but I think in-ring goes to Shawn. And then best character, and I'm separating categories, so Roman doesn't count for these. Best character is The Undertaker. You know, because the dead man, not the American biker, you know, gimmick. I didn't really like that, but I do definitely like the dead man a lot. In-ring Bret Hart all day. Okay, all right. See, here's the thing. I like Bret Hart, but he comes from a time when wrestling was a lot slower, just naturally. So his matches aren't as entertaining to me because I have the attention span of a absolute just cooked child. But I like Bret Hart. I think Bret Hart's solid in the ring. He has, well, not just solid. He's amazing in the ring, but he's definitely not my favorite. I would choose a Shawn over Bret. which I know gets a lot of people mad, but... And if it gets you mad, I got 2 words for you. Let's get ready to suck it. Alright. Let's see what we got here. So he stands up. Then he's gonna go for a spear. So Bret Hart, he has some good matches. His match with Stone Cold is obviously a classic. Stone Cold refusing to tap out. A major moment in wrestling history. The best heel though, Roddy Piper. Whew, you like your old stuff. I can't tell you no, because Roddy Piper is a perfect heel. I would maybe say 09 Randy. I think he's a little bit better, but because was Roddy Piper kissing the person he's feuding with's wife? Like, Randy's just wild, but I definitely think Mount Rushmore, it's like Piper, Triple H, Orton, and like, I don't know, maybe you could say Edge, or there's a lot, you could put that 4th spot to a lot of people. But, and you guys want in the comments, do your Mount Rushmore, yeah, I think you might give the 4th spot to Edge, but I would have to think, because Final Boss, I know it's very recent, so I think I would say the Final Boss, but he's like an honorable mention. Because that guy's crazy, bro. I love the Final Boss. The Final Boss. Here's the thing. I peaked early as a wrestling fan. Because I started watching on the build-up to WrestleMania 40. So I kind of, since I didn't know much about wrestling, I expected everything to be like WrestleMania 40. I was like, wait. Why isn't every card running full of legends and stuff? And then I slowly learned. I said, oh, not everything can be a WrestleMania 40. So I definitely tuned in at the right time. But, like, I started at, like, the Royal Rumble that year. I was like, hey, who's this guy? Cody Rhodes. Because I had been watching wrestling for, like, a couple months before that, but, like, not current wrestling, like, old wrestling. Like, Golden Era, Attitude Era. I would just watch, like, didn't even know context. I would just go into it, because I had Peacock, and I would just, like, look up old Saturday Night's main events, and I would, like, watch anything that had Andre the Giant in the title. So, I liked him a lot, and I would just click on old matches, or I'd go to, like, old pay-per-views, and I had no clue what the context was. I used to watch Rumble matches before I knew what they were. And then finally I was like, all right, and I was like, wait, this is still going on currently? Then I tuned into the current product. So yeah, I've been watching wrestling for a little bit, but it was only like old people, so I was shocked that Andre the Giant wasn't in the 2024 Men's Rumble. Just kidding. I wasn't that slow. Hold on, let's see. I see a couple comments here. So you're saying... Let's see, you're saying best face John Cena or Rey Mysterio? I think best face of all time has got to be Cena. I got Rey. Rey is probably Mount Rushmore, but best face is definitely Cena. The final idiot. I started watching wrestling in 2020. WWE knowledge is like 99. I know like tons of wrestling knowledge, trust me. I know ball, but yeah, I started watching a little bit later than you. I think I watched in 2023, and then I started following in 2024. Yeah, the best babyface of all time's got to be Cena. Trust me, I know ball when it comes to wrestling. Rey, he has never turned heel in WWE. I know he unmasked and wore like devil horns in WCW, but WWE at least he's never turned heel. Yeah. Let me just continue. I think I'm having... Batista is not going for the bang, bang, bang. Batista! No, he's just, like, calling Cody up. Because Cody's on the ground. I should do, like, a wrestling quiz on stream. That'd be fun. I think I got, like, a 20 out of 20 when I did before. Okay. Want to know what faction is like the main faction, WKE? Yes, of course. That sounds cool. I wonder if it's like the Bullet Club or the Judgment Day, or is it your own faction? I'd love to know. WKE. I'm gonna have to tune in. I used to react to people's feds on stream. Maybe yours is next. Who's next? At the Royal Rumble, everybody's next. A little Goldberg reference for you all. For all the marks in the chat. Just kidding, I don't call people marks, even though I just did. Take it back. Okay, now Batista's going to go for another spear, and he's going to get a little bit of reversal put on him. It's a Dominion. It's a cool name. Grayson, Rollins, McIntyre, Paul, and Samoa Joe. Whew! That's like a bunch of different wrestling styles. I bet that's really cool. You got like technical, high flyer. You got like strong, not really strong style, but a little bit. I don't film my fed. Yeah, that's valid. Sometimes you just gotta play out your fed in your room. It's mad fun. You'll get like a year's worth of fed in one night. It's fun. My fed is very slow progressing because I animate everything. But I would encourage you to go watch. I have a playlist up on my channel of like every DFW thing ever. And I'm thinking about making like an actual like hour-long marathon of every match and posting it. Probably after Survivor Series. Just because it's an easy video, it's long, it'll get views, I hope. I don't know. Someday I would love to be like a WSC. But I don't know, it'll take a while to get to that point. I gotta invest a little bit more in production, I guess. Dang, this running looks really bad. Here, let me push you there. Okay. Then Batista's gonna switch arms. Sorry, I get really quiet when I'm filming. Just checking the chat. No new progression, really. It's fine. I haven't been live in a while. I wasn't expecting a lot of viewers. In my peak, I would get like 20, 30, like concurrent. But that was like over the summer, which is soon. But people are low-key locking into school right now. How dare they not be locked into the DFW live streams? Just kidding, guys. Yeah, I used to get like tons of viewers over the summer. Hopefully that comes back. Or maybe I fell off. Maybe I peaked early. Just like me watching wrestling. Alright, let's put the sticky tack on. I put sticky tack on all my wrestlers' feet before I animate with them. So Rhodes, you're gonna be like... I'm gonna have a shot where like blood is dripping down your hands. It'll look Loki fire. So we're gonna paint your hand with red. And your arm. Okay, that looks good. Hopefully this comes off. It always does, though. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Alright, so we're going to put this here. His hand will be on his head because that's where the blood is coming from. Okay, I'm getting his hand positioned, so he'll be like this. Right about here. Okay, so Batista, he's going for a spear. Spear. And I have a huge PLE coming after WrestlePalooza. I would love to hear, yeah. It's world champ versus world champ versus a mid-card champ versus a mid-card champ versus matches. Wow. That's actually a huge match. Imagine if WWE were to do that. It would be like, that'd be wild. It'd be Roman versus Cody versus Trick versus Penta. Do you know how good that match would be? That's like a clash of all different styles. Because you got like slow and methodical with Roman and trash talking. Then you got Cody. Cody's kind of technical now, but I don't know. Cody's kind of a mix. Penta is obviously lucha libre. Then you got Trick. Trick's kind of just like big guy, you know, big moves. I actually don't know. Is he a bruiser? Is that what you'd call Trick? I don't play 2K enough for this. Alright, that'd be a wild match. And if women did it, would be Rhea versus Liv versus Becky. Wow, that's already stacked. Versus Tiffany. Wow, that's like a huge match. That's like 4 of your biggest women stars. No, I feel like in the Attitude Era, you used to get huge matches all the time. Like randomly on Raw or like pay-per-views. Now they save them for like SummerSlam or Saudi Arabia. Raw main events are kind of trash now. It's usually a promo segment, which are good, or a match, which is usually good in ring, but star power usually isn't the highest. I would say I'm proud of SmackDown this week for having Cody and Sami, because you usually don't get that amount of star power. That's probably the biggest match SmackDown could have done, unless they were doing like a WWE title match between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. But for like a mid-card week, or like not a special occasion, like a debut on a brand, Cody versus Sami is a pretty good match, I'll tell you that. And it was a good match in ring. In ring, it was sound. Wait, sorry. I don't care if I can spoil it. I don't film it, so Roman will face Cena versus the world champ. Ooh, that's kind of fire match. Then Gunther will face Oba Femi versus mid-card champ. Gunther versus Oba is actually kind of a dream match. Can't wait to see how you do it. I'll have to check out your channel. Alright, Cody is indeed going for the scoop slam here, but those are hard to animate if you've ever tried. Trust me. They are wicked impossible. Alright, we can edit my hand out, trust me. Trust me, guys, trust me. Alright, that'll be my masking frame. This will be the next frame. And we'll get that in a second. I just want to erase my hand real quick. I use the erase feature on Stop Motion Studio Pro. Comes in handy, you know? Hey, you know, my guy. Allah, Archie, Castillo. Those aren't good morals, but you know. Alright, looks like I have some double frames, which is what I'm editing out right now. Okay. Yo, let's look at the chat here. How are you, broski? Oh, what's up, Kenneth? I'm doing great. How about you? Well, I don't upload the matches on my channel, but one day I might. You should. Great Batista fig. Got the same one for $40. Nice. I got this one actually as a present because I've been asking for it because it is a little bit expensive. So I'm assuming It was probably 40. You gotta ask for your big things as presents. I asked for this ring, the SmackDown ring, as a present, because there's no way I was getting that normally. I'm a little bit broke, you know. I'm not the richest of souls, which is fine. Someday with YouTube, when I make it real big, trust me, I'll be huge. I'll be this great, grand, big YouTuber. I'll remember you guys. Just kidding, guys. I'm playing my my heel ego character. I call him David Ego Maniac. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, let's check the chat. Yo, yeah, facts. You two were telling me about your Braun Breaker. That'd be sick. I've been finding it for so long. Yeah, your Braun Breaker figure. I have the Elite with the black attire, which a lot of people like. Some people dislike it because the skin tone's a little bit off, which is it's valid. The skin tone is off, but I'm just enjoying the figure itself. I don't mind if the skin tone's a little bit off. I don't know. Some people like they really care about attire, like if they get the attire wrong, the Mattel team, which is valid. You should hold them accountable for mistakes like that, but personally, I don't really care if they mess up the attire. If it's like terribly messed up, then yeah, I guess I'll take issue. But QC issues, on the other hand, I do care about because those are annoying and they happen way too much now. I don't know why every figure must have a flaw. There hasn't been a perfect figure in a little bit. I think the last one was the Penta. Personally, the Penta Elite was pretty fire. I don't have it, but my cousin does. My cousin has the Elite, and he says it is as fire as everyone says it is. So, right. I'm really locked in right now, so I'm not talking as much. Oh, I messed it up. I'm so slow. I forgot to move the camera, which means I have to redo that. Oh, alright, that's annoying. I have to redo that whole thing. Okay. It's fine. Alright, let me pick a masking frame. Oh, I messed it up. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna have to redo that, guys. I'm saying sorry, but I know you don't really care. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna wipe off the blood on Cody's chest and replace it with a little bit of sticky tack. That's the trick to all good animation. A butt ton of sticky tack. And then also string. String helps. Okay, let's see. Doing pretty good. I've been trying to buy a new Sting AEW figure. He's my IC champion, my company, and I want a better figure. Yeah. I have a AEW Sting, but it's not very good. I have a really old one. I think it's a Marvel WCW figure. Ooh, that's cool. But my figures are Smith Toys. Bro, I want a Smith Toys. I know you UK people will get lucky. I meant to say bye, but no, but yeah, UK peoples, they get the Smith Toys. I've seen pictures of like what they have. They're always in stock with like a bunch of stuff. Then I go into my local Walmart and they have nothing. So yeah, you guys consider yourself lucky. Feels like I always see these posts from people who live in the UK and they are stacked. So, you know, good for you guys. I know you guys get stuff early too, or at least from what I've seen. I feel like I'm always seeing people in Smiths getting like figures that I haven't seen come out in America yet. Tastes like coffee. Alright, so this goes here. Then he's gonna flip him over. These scoop slams are hard, guys. Or whatever the move Randy does. It's like the slam he does. He'll do like 2 clotheslines. He'll throw them against the ropes, and then he'll hit this. Actually, don't know the name of it. Probably should though, because I'm animating it after all, aren't I? Trying to adjust the camera with one arm is not easy. Okay. Just a couple more frames, come on. By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys are into movies or anything like that, but I saw Mandalorian and Grogu yesterday. I don't even know if you guys like Star Wars, but if you're wondering, it's a lot better than most of the reviewers are currently saying. Everyone seems to hate it, but I liked it. Alright, that's enough. Okay. I find it to be better than most people are saying, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Alright, this is the last animating sequence because I gotta be ready. I'm trying to buy Sting or Kenny Omega. I would go Kenny Omega. In the Netherlands, you are lucky, yeah. The Netherlands, that's a cool place. Never been there, but sounds fire. Smith's Toys is so stacked, bro. So, let's see. You would be like here, and you're about to body slam Batista. I have to audibly say his pyro. Batista probably has the best pyro. Shawn Michaels is probably close, but can you really beat the Batista? The answer is no, you can't. Stinger Kenny Omega, yeah. Oh good, you corrected your grammar. Proud of you. Most people don't do that, including me. Terrible grammar. I also have an English final next week, so it's not a good combo. English final and bad grammar. You hate to see that big glob of sticky tack. Just like all I have. It's fine. I'll take this, put it under his knee. Which knee? Disney. Alright, I have to reapply Cody's blood because blood doesn't go away with the scoop power slam, my friends. That's good. Animating with people who have blood on is wicked hard, actually. Because it comes off after like every move. It looks cool though. Alright, that's the last thing I'll be animating today. Okay, let's just go through my frames. I know there's a couple bad ones in here. I'll have to delete. Yep, I found a bad one. Okay, so he counters a spear into a scoop slam. So he goes running. Wow, so cool. Alright, it's probably game. I don't know, I might stop the stream for today. Let's check the chat. See if there's anything wild, but went to the movies to watch The Rise of Skywalker, and I predicted that Kylo was going to die. Kind of mid, but I haven't seen anything of The Mandalorian. Is it any good? The Mandalorian and Grogu movie was actually pretty good. Rise of Skywalker was not a very good movie. I like Star Wars a lot. I don't talk about movies a lot, but I'm a big movie head. I watch like every movie. I like Marvel a lot, like Star Wars. So yeah, Mandalorian Grogu was good. Rise of Skywalker wasn't, which is fine. But yeah, the Mandalorian show was good. I don't know. I watch a lot of movies and shows. Also wrestling. I don't just watch wrestling. But you know, and if anyone is wondering, which probably they aren't, my favorite movie of all time is either Interstellar or Die Hard. Alright, that's probably stream. I'm going to end it probably for today. Go watch all my videos. Like, subscribe. And I hope you guys have a good day. Goodbye. L.A. Night.